KXO El Centro.
I'm MJ Acosta-Ruiz with the NFL Network, Westwood One Radio Network. Sam Darnold and the Panthers are still perfect. Improved to 3-0 with a 24-9 win over the Texans. Darnold now with back-to-back yard games also ran for a pair of touchdowns. But there is concern in Carolina. McCaffrey strained his hamstring early in the second quarter and was unable to return. Here's Darnold, our running back.
We'll be all right, without him. Obviously, we want him back, but I want him to take his time right now and make sure he's good for the end of the season.
The Panthers lost first-rounder J.C. Horn to a broken foot. Elsewhere, Tom Brady's personal trainer said Bill Belichick, quote, never evolved in how he treated the star QB, a factor contributed to Brady's departure after 20 seasons in New England. This has been NFL Network Next with One Radio Network.
In store this week at your local Staples?
Bigger savings every day.
That's because Staples just lowered their everyday prices on paper, pens, and markers.
Right now, a ream of True Red copy paper is only $3.99.
Plus, select 5 packs of Sharpie markers and Expo Dry Erase markers are each just $3.99 every day.
Shop in store or pick up Curb Save at Staples.
Limit 3. Curbside available at most stores. See staples.com/weekly ad for details.
This big noon Saturday on Fox, Notre Dame takes on Wisconsin, Chicago. Former Badgers quarterback Jack Cohn leads the Irish into a winning down against Graham Mertz and Wisconsin. It all starts at 10 Eastern with the big pregame crew live from Soldier Field, counting you down to the big noon game of the week. And Dame, Wisconsin. Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox. And watch any sports app.
And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO Centro, California. Good morning, Gene. Just a reminder, it is a Friday day of September 2021.
That's right. All of the above.
Okay. Somewhere I got that one figured out. I finally how to read a calendar.
Did you really? You start with December, right? And
yeah,
backwards.
And one of these days, I'll figure out how to tie my own shoes. Yeah.
You remember those days?
Yes. That was Velcro, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Velcro wasn't around then.
No. Hey, how many kids today can tell time with an analog clock?
I wonder. Hey, how many can write their name in cursive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Every so often, I will short letters to my grandchildren in cursive.
Mm-hmm. Can they read them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've made it a point to learn.
Yeah, it's important. Sign your signature. You printed it. Yeah. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, I guess that's better than an X.
Yeah, I understand. That's improvement. So.
Yes. Oh, well. Are you ready for some birthdays?
Birthdays we have, I understand. You hear that thunder this morning?
Thunder and lightning and rain woke up the puppy somewhere around 1 o'clock.
So you had some rain on your side of the block.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
You've got a corner on that.
Well,
I haven't seen any today.
But I woke the puppy up, which woke us up.
Well, you better have a talk with the puppy.
Oh, she sleeps, but I think the thunder and lightning and the raindrops was something better.
I thought you were going to say, oh, she and I have had a talk.
No, she is one of the most mellow puppies we've ever been. It's a 3-month-old standard poodle, and it's actually a female puppy that we've had.
Well, there you go.
And Gabby's only going to be with her 2 weeks now.
Another 2 weeks for Gabby.
We're just fostering her until her puppy raisers can take over.
So she hasn't met puppy raisers
No.
yet then, right?
No.
Yeah. Well, have a little talk with her and
Yes.
a little one-on-one time.
Yes. Are you ready for birthdays?
Sure.
Singer Sonny Turner of Ders is 82. Lou Dobbs, who started in Yuma at K-Blue TV 6. Singer Phyllis Albert Sirico of the Angels. Actor Gordon Clapp is 73. Actor Harriet Walters, 71. Actor Sorbo Hercules is 63. Actor writer Nia Vardalos is 59. Other birthdays today: Ian Bowen, 45. Actor Spencer, 34. Actor Great Damon, 34. Actor Kyle Sullivan, 3. Actor Ben Platt, 28. Local birthdays coming up, but I think somewhere along the way we're going to get a weather update from the National Weather Service too. Birthday wishes going out today to Monica Dominguez, Carl Hinos, Walt Moore, Kirsten, Alan Alfred McCone, Kawina Cannon, Mercedes Gonzalez Higginbotham, Adan Ramirez, Cassie Hill, Katie Navarro, Matavai, Veronica Marquez, Megan Sainz, Robert Cruz, Gloria, Tony Molina, Linda Butler, Jose Sanchez, Nancy Patricia. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting an update from the National Weather Service, and I think that will be coming up on the air. So just kind of bear with us, okay?
Convinced there.
Yeah.
I thought that was your stomach that was growling.
I can't hear you. The National Weather Service
I know.
is overriding.
Can you believe
everything.
that? Interrupt.
Yeah. And what they're saying is, okay, this is going to hit pretty much the eastern part of Imperial. Roadways flood. Don't go trying to pass through it's running. Okay.
Right. I couldn't have said it any better.
We
National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for South Central County in southeastern California until 8:15 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 7:32 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near 15 miles east of Imperial and is nearly stationary. 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Source rated. Impact. Expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Holdfield, Gordon's Well, Bond Corner, Memorial, and Heber. This includes the following highways. California between mile markers 41 and 74. California Route 70 mile markers 15 and 35. California Route 111 between 5 and 22. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest building. Large hail and damaging winds and continuous cloud to ground lightning with this storm. Move indoors immediately. Lightning is one of the leading killers. Remember, if you can hear thunder, you are close enough by lightning. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 8:15 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for the Imperial, California.
We have the local weather taken care of. Look at World and California news headlines, and I'm hearing thunder. It's all brought to you by Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Special President Biden says 60 million Americans will be able to get Pfizer's just-approved COVID booster shot, some of them right away.
Up to 20 million who will receive their their earlier shot at least 6 months ago are eligible today.
The president says he'll get his booster as soon as he blames new COVID surges on people who haven't gotten any shots.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Late last night, the CDC director overrode advisors adding people with at-risk jobs to the boostability list. This morning, the president also addressed criticism over Border Patrol agents threatening Haitian migrants at the southern border.
Of course, I take responsibility, but it was horrible as you saw. To see people treated like they did, barely running them over, people being strapped, it's outrageous. I promise you, those people will.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-CKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York Incidents. Contractor's license number 696216.
California News. Mandatory evacuations in an unincorporated area of Shasta County where the Fawn fire started by an arsonist has grown to thousands of acres, damaging and destroying several homes, including one with web.
Devastation. Just a nightmare. No, never saw anything like this before. It's just unbelievable.
The fire 5% contained this morning, suspected of starting the fire, is in custody. Governor Gavin Newsom signing a $15 billion climate side of the KNP complex fire in Sequoia National Park, pointing to the massive amount of fire activity since early last year.
6 of the 7 largest wildfires have occurred in California. Just this year, we have experienced another devastating wildfire season. 2.1 million acres have burned so far this year.
Still no containment on the fire that has grown there to 6,000 acres and threatened many of the nation's largest trees. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning Ground Comfort Specialists.
You and Buddy are enjoying your walk. Gwen.
Yeah, I smell it too. I know. Don't blame it on the dog. I hear that hissing too. Maybe it's a cat.
No, dude. A sulfur-like odor and hissing, signs of a natural gas leak. Natural gas lines can be buried anywhere. If you suspect, leave immediately and call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Thanks, deep voice narrator.
Come, dude. You too, buddy.
Big Tobacco is coming for your kid. Their weapon, menthol. First it numbs their tongue, then it numbs their throat. Nicotine enters their brain. Minty menthol masks the harsh taste of tobacco, making kids to hit. The nicotine hooks kids when they're most vulnerable, changing their developing brains the way they think, feel, or act. Don't let Big Tobacco control your kids. To family's health at flavorshookkids.org.
It's page one of those. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick service, all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest news for a Friday morning, COVID-19 updated numbers. George Gale has more.
They were released Thursday morning. The number by the County Public Health Department. According to the new numbers, there are now 370 cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. That is up slightly from the previous report. The number of COVID-positive patients hospitalized in the county is at 26, unchanged from the previous report. 9 of those hospitalized are in intensive care. Deaths attributed to the virus are now at 755. State metrics for Imperial County, the positivity rate, 7-day average, is at 6%. The new case per 100,000 population is at 17.20. Total number of vaccine doses administered in the Imperial County are now at 250,189. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Trial is set for November. Magana, Brawley is charged in the homicide of a 23-year-old Brawley woman. Daniela Gonzalez in February. 32-year-old Magana was arrested soon after the body found. The suspect has entered a plea of not guilty to the charges. Wednesday, a Superior Court judge scheduled the trial for November the 2nd. This conference will be held October the 6th. Magana is in county jail. Bail set at $1 million. KXO News Time, 7:03.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro service all makes and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers ready to do your automotive service needs. Tires, brakes, batteries, AC services, lube oil and filter change, and more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, Royal Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highwicks and Julia Drive.
Well, another news, 19 vaccine action plan. George Gale explained.
Announced by Governor Gavin Newsom Thursday morning, plan is to implement a procedure to provide booster vaccines for those who are eligible. U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the initial authorization for the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 for boosters for those over the age of 65 and high-risk individuals. They are waiting for final FDA approval. The plan released outlines how the state will be able to begin administering to those eligible, continue the state's equity center to focus on eligible and vaccinated, and expand operations once more Californians are eligible. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website. For KXO, I'm George Gale.
On Thursday, September the 23rd, just before 11 a.m., was reported to be on fire in the 2100 block of West 5th Place. Yuma Fire Department personnel arrived to find a tree trimmer's bucket truck in the alley south of 5th Place. Firefighters were able to quickly knock fire and keep it from spreading to any nearby residents or other structures. Investigators determined the boom section of the bucket truck contacted 5 power lines. The person operating the rig saw flames come from the boom and jumped a few feet from the bucket to the ground. There were injuries reported. That concludes this edition of Local News.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Our spirit is alive and strong, and while we're all going through these unprecedented historic times, we can face these challenges together. Hello, I'm Mark Hemstreet, owner of Shiloh Inns. While we may wear face masks and practice social distancing, there are no restrictions on making travel for business or pleasure. Taking care of our Shiloh guests and employees is the very essence we do. At Shiloh Inns, we're open and ready to welcome you to a clean, safe, away from home. You'll find extra cleaning and sanitizing protocols in place for the safe guests and employees. At Shiloh Inns, we offer many free amenities like free Wi-Fi, and even the kids stay free. So book your next stay with confidence at shilohins.com or call 1-800-222-2244. Shiloh Inn, affordable excellence, American family-owned and proud of it.
It's page 2 News and Weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance, life insurance, auto and home insurance as well.
Continuing our local news, a body was found Wednesday morning in Calexico. More in this story.
City workers found the body in a vacant building. They had gone to a vacant building in the 300 block of Cesar Chavez Boulevard in Calexico. Wednesday morning, after making the discovery, the workers called 911. Police arrived and confirmed there was indeed a dead person in the building. The officers called the county's office. Officials said it appeared the person had been dead for a while. An investigation was initiated and no other details have been made available. For KXO News, I'm George Gale.
U.S. Border Patrol agents rescued 4 unnamed individuals Wednesday evening. The incident occurred just after p.m. when El Centro Station's remote video surveillance system, a notification from a rescue beacon that was activated by an illegally crossed into the U.S. At about 6:25 p.m., agents rushed to the area of the rescue beacon and came across a foot sign walking northerly direction. Agents followed the sign and located one individual, a 50 male, who claimed he was traveling with a 24-year-old female and her 2, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, who were unable to walk. At about 6 p.m., agents located the female and her 2 children about a mile and a half north of the U.S.-Mexico border. All individuals were processed accordingly. Well, Golden State Water declares mandatory water fluoridation. Here's more on that story.
The company is based in San Dimas, California. They have issued a notice of a mandatory water conservation and rationing in service by GSW. That includes Calipatria in Imperial County. It is based on the estate's declared drought conditions. Failure to comply with the notice includes a fine assessed on violators. This week, the County Board of Supervisors a letter to be sent to the Golden State Water Company. The letter asks that Calipatria exempt from the mandatory conservation. County says water delivered to Calipatria by Golden State is from the Imperial Irrigation District, and the IID water comes from the River and is not part of the state drought. The county letter also mentioned the fact that the state conservation order right now is voluntary. For information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website, KXO Local News. Search Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to bonds, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being a broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services, the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 765-23411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather.
Well, we will keep it a little bit brief. Other than, according to the National Weather Service, severe thunderstorms located near Holtville, and that storm system apparently stationary. They've said winds up to 60 miles an hour, along with penny-sized hail. The includes Interstate 8 between mile markers 41 and 74, Highway 78, and Highway 111 as well. For the most part, we will have a chance of showers and thunders at the day into the evening and continuing tomorrow. Look for a high today of 94. 76 degrees downtown, 79% relative humidity out of the north-northeast at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance for supplemental coverage.
At Burgers and Beer, we want you to live happy, work happy. Most of all, we want you to whatever makes you happy at Burgers and Beer. Bring your friends, bring your family, and let's for a good time. All the drinks, all the food, and great service too. You need is right here at Burgers and Beer. Burgers and Beer, the best burgers in town.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. It's football. Mickey Dale, George Grijalva, they're They'll be in Yuma tonight. Carroll Tigers and the Gila Ridge Hawks. It'll be live on AM 1230, live on the KXO YouTube channel. John Triffle and I will be, we'll have a mug of warm Ovaltine and some graham crackers as we take the night. NFL football action. The Panthers beat up on the Texans 24-9. But in the process, running back Christian McCaffrey was injured, may be out for a couple of weeks. It gave Royce Freeman a chance to play. He played pretty well. Sunday night, we've got Sunday night football, the Packers and the 49ers. Monday night, Eagles and the Cowboys, all on 30. Sunday at 12:30 in the afternoon, Raiders and Dolphins on FM 106.5.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for our needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When this, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley. Our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer services, mhd.org today.
Major League Baseball. Yeah, it's still going. What happened in 10 innings? The Padres shaded the Giants 7-6. Angels nipped the Astros 3-2. White Sox beat the Indians 7 innings in a opener of a doubleheader. Indians came back in the nightcap 3 with the win. Diamondbacks dumped the Braves 6-4. It's lost. The Nationals beat them 3-2. In other action, Cardinals clubbed the Brewers 8-5. Dodgers dumped 7-5 in 10 innings. Mariners nipped the Athletics 2-5. Phillies stunned the Pirates 12-6. Or out the Rangers 3-0. Twins topped the Blue Jays 7-2. And don't forget, Friday night football tonight. We've got Mickey and George, the Imperial Ridge Hawks. It'll be live on AM 1230 KXO and on the YouTube channel. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Care District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. You choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 111th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
It's financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a local security company protecting you and your property. By the way, they also offer fingerprinting to the public. Apple is not happy. The European Union proposed news yesterday that will make USB-C ports standard on smartphones, tablets, cameras, phones, portable speakers, and handheld video games. This is a setback for Apple, which uses its own proprietary Lightning iPhone. Meanwhile, how bad is the chain situation? Well, Costco, home of the ultimate big box, they are renting ships. Managed to beat Wall Street earnings expectations for its most recent quarter. What they're doing is renting ships. Furniture delays have doubled times for some products, forcing the company to stock up early and bring as much as we can and getting it in earlier, according to, as they have taken to their own ships for the supplies. What's happening on Wall? Dow Jones off about 25 points. The S&P 500 down 6. NASDAQ off 74. Gold down $1.50 an ounce. Oil up 37 cents.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. With shipping services to DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Highland and 4th Street Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and South for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
We have a 40% chance of thunderstorms, mainly between 1 and 5 p.m. this afternoon. There will be blowing dust between 3 and 4 p.m., increasing clouds. Look for a 94. It'll be windy with light and variable wind becoming northeast 25 to 30 miles an hour this afternoon with gusts as high as 40 miles. Patchy blowing dust before 8 p.m. this evening. It'll be partly with a low around 74. Southwest wind 10 to 15 miles, becoming light and variable after midnight. Right now, downtown 76, 79% relative humidity. Thunder, lightning, rain. Careful. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security. Offering hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Highland El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter, owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. Don't work. We do.
KXO El Centro. CBS News brought to you by the Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial Valley since 1991.
CBS News on the hour.
I'm Steve K. President Biden hails the new weapon in the pandemic, booster shots, and addresses a controversial at the southern border.
In his most extensive exchange with reporters in weeks, the president said he was horrified by images of Haitian migrants pushed into the Rio Grande by Border Patrol agents on horseback.
I promise you, those people will pay.
His administration has already said it will no longer use horses to control the border in Del Rio, Texas. Asked about his infrastructure proposals, the subject of wrangling among Democrats, Mr. Biden expressed confidence they'll pass. And because new taxes would pay for his plans, he cast in these terms.
It's going to be zero.
Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
The president encouraging people who are eligible to get the Pfizer COVID vaccine booster shot to roll up their sleeve. The CDC has given the green light.
Booster shots will be available in 80 locations, including over 40,000 pharmacies nationwide.
The House Committee on the Capitol attack has issued subpoenas for testimony from 4 key Trump insiders, including former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. CBS's Weijia Jiang.
The panel believes these 4 relevant information about the build-up to the insurrection and have asked that they produce documents here at depositions in October.
The Republican effort to audit election results, and it turned out to give Joe Biden a wider margin of victory in the state. CBS's Ed O'Keefe. GOP moves in other states.
Pennsylvania and Wisconsin are the 2 states where they're looking into the possibility of some kind of review of the results. And the Texas Secretary of State's office said going to review results in 4 counties, 3 of which President Biden won.
The investigators are pieced together in the aftermath of yesterday's mass shooting at a Kroger supermarket in Collierville, Tennessee, that left 1 person dead and a dozen others wounded.
Detectives are still working in and around. And while it is an active investigation, law enforcement sources are telling CBS this appears to be a case of workplace violence.
CBS's Janet Shamlian says the gun took his own life. There are now charges against the fiancé of Gabby Petito, who's found last weekend in Wyoming. His whereabouts are unclear. CBS's Jerika Duncan.
The District Court of Wyoming has issued a federal arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie. One of these following the death of fiancé Gabby Petito. The warrant alleges he
used an unauthorized card around the time of Gabby's disappearance.
And checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 9 points. This is CBS News.
Better nutrition and great taste are more important than ever. That's why Eggland's Best gives you and your family, and that's healthy news for everyone. Only Eggland's Best.
It's been tough talking about constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. I finally laid all my symptoms out there and coming back. She said I may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. We agreed to try something different.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Differently than laxatives, it lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, comfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6. Be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help with unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea. Sometimes it's severe. Stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and there could be more to your story with IBS-C. Visit a doctor in person or online. Say yes to Linzess at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by Avian Aerospace.
An Afghan translator who served alongside the U.S. military struggling to get a visa to escape to this country. CBS's Catherine Herridge reports the traitor, who we're calling Shirzad for security reasons, fears he and his family could soon be killed.
After narrowly escaping last month's suicide bombing at the Kabul airport, Shirzad fled the city with his wife and children.
I'm scared about my family, kids.
When Shirzad told us the Taliban are hunting translators, his feelings overtook.
Please expedite our process. Expedite our process. We are almost getting killed, man.
A veteran TV executive writes in the New York Times that sexually harassed in 2005 by CNN anchor Chris Cuomo. Shelley Ross has apologized for his actions at a party in an email. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The pandemic's reminded us we live in a sea of airborne germs that assault us with every breath. Your nose is the body's first line of defense by helping filter out bacteria and viruses before they reach your lungs. But like any air filter, the more it gets, the less it works. So how do you clean your nose? I'm Martin Hoke, and I didn't invent navigation. The neti pot's been around thousands of years, but I did invent Navage to make those easy. Navage uses powered suction to flush out mucus and germs that cause congestion. Worse, can make you sick. Over 2 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, less, and feel healthier without drugs. Navage has over 70,000 online reviews averaging 7 stars because it works and it's easy to use. Go to Navage.com or find the green CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Now available with eucalyptus for a spa-like Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
No child in Imperial go hungry. This is John Levada for the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Living in a food insecure home makes children to perform efficiently in school and to face the challenges of being a child. I urge you to help donate to the food bank's backpack program. Recipients are children who rely on school meals, going hungry on weekends when they're away from school. The IV Food Bank Backpack Program. Donate on ivfoodbank.org.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Heard Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio. Carroll Buckley.
He's a radio announcer here, isn't he?
AM 1230.
Yeah, you heard his morning show, Wake Up with Phlegm.
KXO.